Hey guys, welcome to the Weekend Rundown. I'm your host Daniel.
And I'm your other host, Drew. We got some crazy, wild stories from the internet. Basically, just like the craziest news stories we could find, ranging from a janitor performing surgery, apparently. Also, I guess a dog that could like drive a car. I don't exactly know anything about that, but if you stay tuned, we're going to talk about it more. But let's start the show off with the most chill way to start it off, Daniel. Let's talk about our weekend. What crazy or awesome, cool thing happened to you this weekend?
Didn't have too much going on this weekend. I did go to a children's birthday party, which was, I guess, the kid's friends with all of my children, but he's turning 5, maybe 6, I'm not sure.
So he's like just at that age where he's like aware, but like still la 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 la, off doing kid stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. He's self-sufficient for the most part.
Okay. So were you like out there like double bouncing these kids on the trampolines, or?
No, I'm not getting on the trampoline. I don't do the trampolines, man. And it was just a bunch of kids, I don't know the rules, if adults can go jumping on those trampolines and stuff like that. I don't want to double bounce somebody, hurt somebody, have their parents come look at me, I don't know what insurance covers, so I didn't bounce, but I observed.
Observed the bouncing.
I observed the bouncing, and one of the things that I observed was I saw that they had this basketball court, and it wasn't a full-size basketball court, but it was 2 hoops.
So it's like a mini full-size court.
Yeah, I guess so. The floor was made of like the spongy block, so you could bounce.
But it wasn't like a trampoline. Like you weren't like front flipping.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a full-size, like a full bounce.
So, but could the kids dunk?
Yeah, the kids could dunk it. The hoops were real low.
Oh, okay.
And I think they were like double sized. They were really.
Oh, you were making it in there no matter what.
Yeah. If you missed, you were probably trying to miss.
Like Shaq.
Yeah. So, anyways, they had about 12 people, 11 kids, and 1 grown man. They split up.
Just playing like a pickup game?
Yeah, they split up into 2 teams. And this grown man just proceeded to annihilate these kids.
Like driving the paint, like going hard on them?
Driving the paint, giving them the business, just Matumbo finger, blocking everything, driving them into the walls.
Just 35-year-old man going hard because he can't play regular basketball anymore.
Yeah, and I don't even know who was on his team because he had the ball 92% of the time.
I like that it's 92% of the time, like the other 80% of the time, like he was getting water or something.
They were inbounding that 8% of the time, and then you'd hear him. And then he'd get it, and maybe he'd fake a pass, drive the paint. I watched him miss a dunk, get his board, miss the layup.
Just put his nuts in these kids' faces.
Another kid jumped on the loose ball. He just shoulder shrugged him into the wall. Got the ball, missed his shot. The other kids got the rebound. This man still, I can't hate on him. He had 80 points. He had an easy 80. I wasn't counting. I don't know that he was. He probably was. But he had 80 points. And then he started to go cold, and the other kids started to come back. And I was like, oh, man, he's losing it. This guy's, he's not repping for the 30-year-old men anymore. He's just not pulling it off. So, luckily, he had 1 more shot left in him. He knew when to call it quits. He put up a Steph Curry about 3 or 4 steps behind midcourt, drained it, took off his hat, raised it to the heavens, 2 fingers, 2 kisses, 2 chest bumps, and 3 bounces off the court. So
him and his kid just left after that. They were done playing?
Nope. he bounced off the court, and then he went over to his wife and his kid, and that's when I realized that none of those kids were his.
So no, wait a second.
He didn't have a kid there.
So he's playing the game.
His kid was about 1 year old, and I find it hard to believe that he justified with his wife that, hey, I think our child would really like to go jump at the trampoline park. I understand that he can't walk yet, but jumping's probably where he's
So
going to
you
start.
think his conversation with his wife went something like, "Babe, my knees are really bad, and I can't play regular basketball anymore. So take me to this bounce house, and I'm going to ball on these little kids."
Yeah, he probably can't do it against the 13-year-olds at the Y anymore.
Oh,
So-
bro, they go hard at the Y, so...
Yeah, so he downgraded and he goes to the trampoline park and smashes on 10-year-olds.
Oh, man. So,
So what happened with your weekend?
oh, man. My weekend was not as cool as your weekend, apparently. I don't have any stories of adults, like, smashing kids into the ground. But I did work a lot. Do you ever miss, like, the serving bartending life?
That's a tough question. No. So I don't miss the industry per se. I miss the people that you meet in the industry.
Because it's like a real easy way to meet like a lot of nice people.
Yeah, they're genuine people. Nobody tries.
But
to
not
act like-
everyone is.
It's actually quite funny because these people get paid to always put on a front and always smile and act
Oh.
happy and act fake.
Bro, you
But
know
they're
me.
like the realest people, you know? So, yeah, I miss that aspect of it. But no, I don't miss snapping fingers and waiting on people. No.
Yeah, well, that's brutal. I didn't mean that, but I get you. But anyway, so my major point of me working was while I was working, I had a little downtime in the middle of the day, and I looked up at the TV, and there was this weird ass sport called tech ball. You ever heard of it?
Tech ball. No, and I've heard of a lot of sports.
I know, that's why I'm coming to you with this, because you're way more into sports than me. But so this tech ball apparently is like, imagine if volleyball was smaller on a ping pong table that was curved. You'd be like, that's just weird ping pong, right? But then you can't use your hands or a paddle. You can only stop it with your head, your chest, and you have to kick it. And you have a partner. And I don't know the exact rules. I think they can't do it all three times. Like, they have to both be involved.
So is it a super big table?
No, it's not. It's really no. It's small, and it looks like
So two people
four
on a
people.
team,
2 people on a team. 4 people.
two people on a team,
Look it up real quick. I'm telling
kicking
you.
a ball on a small table?
Yeah, and I think like they have to be, their body has to start on their side, but it can finish on their side. You know what I'm saying? These people, this woman almost headbutted her head into the table to get this point. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen, bro. So yeah, you see the table right there. Look at that.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna ask you, who do you think invented this sport?
I mean, when you see it played on the beach, you think somewhere in South America, but most of the pictures aren't from the beach.
So where would you think then? You want me to tell you? Because I looked it up.
Yeah.
Bro, Hungary. This is a Hungarian game.
You think they're still number one in the world at it?
I don't know. Who's number 1 in the world? This game is crazy, bro. I could be wrong. Maybe they were number 1 and they didn't invent the game. Are they number 1?
It just tells me a name.
Hungary?
Yeah. Well, all the best players in the world are from Hungary.
Well, the second best player, is that guy African? He's
Romanian.
Romanian. Alright, I'm an asshole. That name was just hard to pronounce, man. Got some Brazilian players there.
Yeah, on the mixed doubles.
Oh, there's singles, doubles, and mixed doubles.
We got an American on the doubles.
Dennis.
It could be Denise, right?
It says Dennis, bro. That's a Dennis.
There's two N's though.
Bro, Denise has an E at the end. It could be like we don't need to debate the logistics of this name. I mean, if you click the person, it'll probably tell you about them.
That's what I'm trying to do, but
It's okay.
I don't think it's popular enough for them to have a wiki page yet.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Like I said, it's the craziest thing I could come up with this weekend. So, are
That's
you
pretty interesting.
you ready to move into the next little segment here, next part of it?
Yeah, what are we thinking?
I was thinking we would just bring up one of those news stories and talk about them. Can I get one of those little thumbs over there, buddy? Thank you, sir.
You just want it because it's like candy?
Kinda. It tastes like a Mentos. It's your fault for buying the good ones.
They're only the best.
So what's up for the first article we got?
Hold on. Oh, here we go.
Right in front of your face. So what's the headline say?
German surgeon fired after getting hospital cleaner to assist amputation.
Oh, so this was the one I was talking about where it was like the janitor doing it. So like it was in Germany and the surgeon actually got fired?
The surgeon did get fired.
Can you read the little logistics of it?
Yeah, but it took 2 years. It says officials at a hospital in Western Germany have expressed regret after it emerged that one of their surgeons got a cleaner to assist in a toe amputation.
Oh, it's just a toe, no big deal.
Public broadcaster SWR reported Friday that the incident at the Mons University Hospital, which happened in 2020, didn't result in any complications to the patient, but the doctor has since been fired.
So the custodian did a really good job.
The hospital's chief executive, Norbert Pfeiffer, and the surgeon wrongly decided to go ahead with the routine procedure even though no qualified assistant was available, SWR reported. When the patient, who had received a local anesthetic, became restless, the doctor asked the nearby cleaner to hold the man's leg and pass surgical instruments, according to local daily Monzer Allgemeine.
Oh, man.
Zaytang?
I'd butcher that name.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
It was real tough.
The paper reported that the cleaner had no medical experience. I mean, he had been in the hospital watching procedures.
Yeah, like how long was he working
employed?
there, dude?
Yeah. I mean, how bad was this? The incident came to light after a hospital manager spotted the cleaner, bloody gauze pads in hand, in the operating theater, it reported. This should never have happened, German news agency DPA quoted Pfeiffer as saying.
So wait a second.
And that's it.
Operating theaters are a thing?
Yeah, I guess in Germany. They got all kinds of stuff over there.
I mean, we might have them here too. We're probably just uninformed. I'm not sure.
Yeah. An operating theater.
Yeah,
People
so
can't watch it. It's not. It
well,
can't be like
you
a
know,
theater,
remember,
like a theater.
remember, like when you'd see like Seinfeld, those old episodes where you'd watch surgeries. You know, like I'm pretty sure, like at some.
I don't think I watched them as Seinfeld.
All right, well, there's some institutes and some '90s things and older things where like, and there's old Bugs Bunny cartoons where like doctors would watch surgeries like performed, especially like up and coming new surgeries. So maybe that's what they're talking about. My thing is like, dude, how many times though has like, I don't know, like, I remember when I was a little kid and I had to get stitches in my lip, like, they had to have lots of people hold me down, and I'm pretty sure mom and dad were one of the people holding me down, too. You know what I'm saying? But that's, like, different because it's your parent.
Yeah.
But still, like, how many times does that have to happen where someone who's not registered as an actual doctor or nurse has to, like, just hold down somebody shaken or something?
Yeah, but in the operating room, never. It's never happened. Except for that time.
Yeah, that time happened.
In the operating room, I mean, that's got to be a sterile environment. You got an open, it's an operation.
What, was the janitor in there making it sterile?
I don't think he was even in there. I think he got waved through the glass.
I see.
I think they were like, hey, you, get your ass in here.
Okay, well, I mean, that's definitely a possibility. It's definitely real crazy shit, so. You want to move on to the next one?
Yeah, we can do that.
You want me to read this one, or you want to read this one?
You can read this one.
It's one of my favorite topics. So the headline here says, Taco Tuesday trademark tiff flares anew between fast food competitors. Oh, that's fun. For all you guys at home that are listening to us, it's a Taco Bell picture here. And I guess in Cheyenne, Wyoming, it's they're declaring a mission to liberate Taco Tuesday for all. That's Taco Bell, by the way. They're asking the U.S. regulators to force Wyoming-based Taco John's to abandon its long-standing claim to the trademark. I didn't.
So a little taco place, Taco John's.
Yeah, I didn't know Taco John's had that claim, but that was smart.
That's got to be a local claim.
Yeah, but that's smart of them to do. That's smart of them to do. And you can
certainly
register any trademark, and they're just smart enough. It's this long-standing claim. But too many businesses and others refer to Taco Tuesday for Taco John's to be able to have the exclusive rights. It's kind of what you're saying. But Taco Bell asserts that the Patent and Trademark Office filing is, of course, dated Tuesday. So Taco Bell's trying to basically say that they shouldn't have exclusive rights, that anyone should be able to use it. But to me, that sounds like Taco Bell's trying to free it for all so they can take it for themselves.
I see. That's probably the goal, but I don't...
You see here in the article, too, where they're saying, in latest development at a long-running beef over Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, I like the wording.
Yeah, they did that on purpose. They did that on purpose.
Sure.
It says that it even included NBA star LeBron James making an unsuccessful attempt to claim the trademark in 2019.
He tried to take Taco Tuesday?
I guess he did. I mean, that's smart. Why wouldn't you if you're LeBron James? Trademark whatever you fucking can.
Why does LeBron James want Taco Tuesday?
Because LeBron James wants everything, man. He's the king of NBA.
I bet there's a conspiracy theory about that.
Well, that sounds like a next episode kind of thing. But like I said, in quotes here, it says, Taco Bell believes Taco Tuesday is critical to everyone's Tuesday. To deprive anyone of saying Taco Tuesday, be it Taco Bell or anyone who provides tacos to the world, Taco Bell's pretty much all uppercase there, by the way, is like depriving the world of sunshine itself.
I don't know. I mean, they're wording it like the cops are stopping me from taking Taco Tuesday, you know? Like if I was to get pulled over and go to jail, and I'm in the back of the car, and I'm like, oh man, you're going to make me miss Taco Tuesday. The cop's not going to be like, that's one more charge going on there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're not going to get in trouble for it, but I think they want to be able to make commercials about it. I think that's their thing.
They want to monetize it.
It all comes down to money, which, like, honestly, like, I'm all about monetization, too, if anyone's out there and, like, wants to support us. Like, I love Taco Tuesday. So, hey, Taco John's, if you're listening to us for some weird reason, dude, like, send us some tacos and, like, we'll give you a plug and then maybe we can say go to Taco John's on Taco Tuesday. That'd be sick, right?
Yeah, but it'd be tough to keep those tacos crispy.
Yeah, but maybe Taco John's
coming all the way from Wyoming.
I'm
an honest person.
They'd be deconstructed tacos. We'd have to make them ourselves, bro.
Oh man, you're already starting off with like a 6 or 10. If I got to build my own taco, I'm sorry.
I'll build it for you, bro. I'll build it for you.
Okay, we're up to an 8.
I'll leave the tomatoes off, so it'll be a 9. Go to the next one, bro. Go to the next one. That's pretty silly. That
didn't you work for Taco Bell?
Oh, I did work for Taco Bell. It was my second job ever, and half of my paycheck per month went to paying my car insurance for that $60 car that I got.
Oh, that sounds like a great investment.
Well, the car was a great investment, but Dad made me have over insurance because he was afraid I'd get in an accident and die because I was 16.
All right, how about we jump to...
Do something else. What do we jump to now?
Colorado man tries to trade places with dog to avoid DUI arrest.
All right, so this was the misleading one where I talked about a dog driving. That's what this Colorado man would have us believe, right? Go ahead and give us the lowdown here.
A driver who was pulled over for speeding tried to switch places with his dog to avoid arrest, police in Colorado said.
Oh man, that's a genius idea. He's like, maybe he was like trying to say that he was like blind and the dog was like seeing eye to eye.
I don't know how you could explain that. An officer watched him maneuvering inside the car before he got out on the passenger side on Saturday night in Springfield, a town of about 1,300 people on the state's eastern plains. Police said in a Facebook post Sunday. The man said he was not behind the wheel and clearly showed signs of being drunk, police said. He ran from the officer when asked how much he had to drink and was caught within about 20 yards. After being taken to the hospital to be checked out, the man was arrested on suspicion of charges including driving under the influence of alcohol and or drugs and driving while impaired, as well as for previous warrants for his arrest.
Oh my God! So this guy had previous warrants, and he thought, "Well, I can't add this DUI to my thing. I might as well switch spots with my dog here."
He said he'll check the dog's ID and not mine.
Dude,
There's no way he's gonna ask for the passengers. He's gonna want this dog's ID.
do you know what this flippin' reminds me of?
What?
Do you remember when Dad came home that one time and you got caught smoking pot when you were like 15?
Ooh.
And what you said to Dad? Or how old are you? 13 maybe. You might have been 13, bro.
How old are you in 6th grade?
You're 1 year older than everyone, so you're like 12 or 13. Either way, please tell the story because the way I remember it, it's all secondhand. So like,
Okay, so I had a buddy over at my house.
don't say his nickname because it's
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
Okay, good. It's an offensive one, guys.
I will just say I had a buddy over at my house. And me and this buddy were, I think it might have been his birthday. Maybe it was his birthday. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but it could have been his birthday. But we were smoking pot, and you were at like a convention.
I was in a convention in Orlando. I think it was my birthday.
It was like
because
Comic-Con
I was at a Comic-Con for my birthday in Orlando with one of my buddies.
And so Mom was up in Orlando staying at a hotel, and Dad was supposed to be at work all day. So I was in the computer room bumping some music. And
What were we listening to back then in 6th grade? Like Eminem?
50 Cent,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I got no idea. I don't know.
Dude.
It was definitely some sort of rap.
You were pretty hard with the 50 Cent.
Yeah, it could have been.
That G Unit?
Yeah, Get Rich or Die Trying. But anyways, so we were smoking out of a bong, and I keep looking. There's like a doorway where I can walk over to a garage that was closed off, like permanently closed off, and there was 2 windows built there, so I could see the driveway clearly. So I kept walking through this doorway, just double checking, making sure that my dad's not going to pull up. And I keep walking, no car, and then I walk back, I'll hang out for a couple minutes, I'll walk back, no car. And then one of the times that I walk back, boom, the car is there. I'm like, oh, man. So I turn around and I tell my buddy, hey, hide everything.
Hide it now.
My dad's here. So he takes the bong, and I think he just gives it to me. And I open up the sliding glass door, because there's a sliding glass door to the back pool right there. And I put it outside. I don't even know that I covered it up. I think I might have just set it there and then closed the door. I was really high. We've been smoking for a while.
It's the interaction with Dad that kills me the most, bro.
Yeah, so then I come back in, and I spray as much of the Axe spray that I had. I might empty the bottle.
And that stuff doesn't do anything. It just really
it makes
just
it so much worse.
Like they know.
So much worse. And so I just empty the bottle in the air. And that's right about the time that the door swung open.
Good game.
Yep, so the door swings open. My buddy's sitting there, mouth wide open. And I can just see Dad's veins popping in his neck already.
That's already a bad sign.
And he says, "Who the fuck is smoking weed back here?"
Oh, man, Dad started with a curse word right out of rip. You're done.
And I said, "I don't know, maybe it was Drew." And he said, "Drew's on vacation. Drew's in Orlando." And I was like, "Fuck, he is in Orlando."
You forgot.
And then I go, I don't know, man. I don't know who could have been smoking back here. He said, "Well, if Drew's in Orlando," he said, "you're here. Your mom's in Orlando. I'm at work. He said, what? Sammy was the dog. He said, what? Was Sammy smoking? Was Sammy back here smoking? And I was high as shit. So my response was, well, I don't know. I mean, he was back here all by himself. Oh, that enraged him.
Dude, imagine if your kid said that to you. The dog was back here.
I said it with a straight face, too. I said, like, it could be true. Like, I know for a split second he was like, he thinks he's telling the truth, you know? But
Oh, that didn't end well for you, did it?
yeah, no, he sent my buddy home. Actually, he still let me go to the football game that night.
Oh, well, as long as it was about sports, Dad didn't care.
He sent my buddy home, but he told me to go to my room, and then he came to my room about 20 minutes later and said, I'm going to the store. I know your high ass has the munchies. What do you want?
Dad was cool like that. He'd yell at you, get you in trouble, and be like, all right, I got you.
Guess what I wanted? Just guess.
Fire Cheetos.
Krispy Kreme donuts. Just give me a 6-pack, man.
Smashed all of them before the game.
All of them. Good game.
That's exactly what that reminds me of, though. So let's go to the next one, man. We're going through these at a nice pace, I think.
All right, what else?
What's next on the agenda?
Ooh.
Oh my God, this one. This one's fun.
You want to read this one?
Yeah, this headline here says, "Man caught smuggling scissors in peculiar location of his body at jail in Indiana. Jail staff become suspicious when the man refused to cooperate during a routine search, and it took 2 body scans to reveal what he was hiding." Just so you guys know, we're looking at some scissors here that are 8.5 inches wide. They got huge handles, and they're measuring it just to drive it home with a dare ruler, just so you feel real bad about not resisting the drugs and violence. Anyways, it says
I didn't even catch that.
the man has been caught apparently trying to smuggle an 8.5-inch pair of scissors into the jail by hiding them in his anus, which means he was like getting arrested, and he's like, I'm going to need these while I'm in there. Officials said the object was identified in a peculiar location. We know what that means, right, guys? After suspicions were raised when the arrested
I already
suspect
said anus before it said that.
refused to cooperate during a routine search on Wednesday. Guys, if you're liking and enjoying the episode and want us to make some more great content for you, you could go down to the bottom and click support the show. It's either like a one-time $3 charge, or you can give $3 every month, and that would really help. We could just keep making some good episodes for you. If you can't do that, we ask that you go and rate us in whichever platform that you listen to, and share us wherever you can. It means a lot to us, so we can keep making some great episodes for you guys, the listeners, the ones that we do it for the most. Thank you.
So there's a couple theories I have here. One is that this man is not creative enough to make a shank, so he needs the scissors. But it's strange, or actually maybe he was already locked up, and that's why he knows he's not creative enough to make a shank, and that's also why he's comfortable enough to put 8 inches of scissors up his butthole.
I mean, that too. He could also be like, this is going to sound really, really, really weird, and I'm not trying to make... This is a really niche-y type thing, but I need to see the guy. But he could be like one of those artist people that like makes things in jail and needs an actual pair of scissors. And I'm not saying do it that way, but I'm saying he needed those things.
I think you're giving him the benefit of the doubt.
I am giving him the benefit of the doubt because I've also watched things in prison about people playing D&D, and like I don't think all prisoners are all the same or built the same, but I don't think anyone should put an 8.5-inch pair of scissors up their butt.
Where was he going? Was he going to jail or was he going to prison?
I think it just said... I don't know what it says.
It says jail.
Yeah, so that's stupid. That's pretty dumb. The crazy thing to me is they had to scan him twice.
It's yes. What's it? This it says they said that since the full body scanner was first used in the jail in 2007, it recovered a string of items, including tattooing equipment, drugs, and paraphernalia. So could it be used for tattooing? Is that how they tattoo things in jail?
No,
I'm not getting a jail tattoo.
I've seen the way that they've done it. I would get a jail tattoo.
Would you?
I would get a jail tattoo.
They always end up looking like shit.
I know that's the whole point of it.
You can tell it's a jail tattoo.
I just would want to do it myself with my own jail tattoo equipment so I don't get hepatitis from someone else.
So if you want to do it yourself, why don't you just do it outside of jail?
I don't know, because I don't really ever, like...
I have a garage. It seems like a jail environment.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, I could always do it myself. I guess I just need to look into it more. Just need to look into it a little bit more.
I put a lock on the other side of the door, lock you in here.
It's too hot, though.
Tell you
Jails are really nicely air-conditioned, I think.
They probably are.
They are.
In Sweden, I hear they're great.
I've only seen pictures, but, like, also, like, what's a meme? Like, can you really believe that shit? Like... You know?
Of the Swedish thing?
Yeah, can you believe what you
see? I saw it on that show, Locked Up Abroad.
Oh, shit, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Locked Up Abroad, like, Sweden edition would be so soft, I wouldn't even watch that. I went to jail in Sweden, and, I had a great time. It was vacation. I didn't have to pay for anything. I actually got a degree, and now I know how to fucking talk to dogs.
Well, from my understanding, they don't believe in even life in prison. So there's actually a guy.
It's like a 20-year cap, right, or something.
Well, there's a guy that killed a whole bunch of people. You know, he set off a bomb and then just went to like a children's camp and just opened fire. And they gave this man 36 years, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but it was something very, very soft.
It seems light. It seems a little.
Yeah,
light.
and I was looking him up recently, and he actually complain that they give him childish games in there, and he's talking video games for his video game console that he gets.
Man!
But
I wish
everyone else that's in his prison gets the more teenager, grown-up games, and he gets the baby games
because he's a freaking psychopath.
I don't think we're doing enough work with that one.
Here's the thing.
Let him out in 36
I don't
years.
think Grand Theft Auto causes you to murder people, but I think if you like murdering people, Grand Theft Auto will make you want to murder more.
Yeah. It doesn't make you crazy. It just
exacerbates the
crazy.
craziness. Yeah, exactly. Oh, man. Can I hit that water there a little bit?
Yeah, it's not that great.
Well, whatever. It's gonna.
I like the orange flavoring better.
Yeah, so that's crazy. That freaking.
Let me try this thing. What is this?
So that is not a vape. You twist it. It is an essential oil inhaler.
And so how do I do it?
You turn the bottom. You hold it straight up and down like you're gonna hit a vape, but not like straight out. And there's a little core in there made from plants, and it like tastes like that one specifically. I think that one's a cinnamon, a white chocolate cinnamon. You got to breathe out through your nose when you're done, so you can smell it. That's like where the taste kind of comes from.
Oh wow!
So you feel like a little bit like less stress, because I don't know about you. Recording this is kind of stressful.
I don't know, but I know that tastes good.
Yeah, it's. I guess it's designed to like help you quit smoking and vaping. But I'm not going to stop doing that. I got it because it also helps with anxiety and stuff like that. And, I have the worst job for anxiety. But
yeah, I think we touched on that. I don't think we touched on the anxiety part about it, but yeah.
No, but this thing's dope. You can literally do this anywhere, and no one can. I've had people be like, "You can't vape in here," and I'm like, "There's no vapor. It's fun. This is cool." And they like want to give you.
Yeah, nothing comes out.
Nothing came out. You didn't breathe out anything. I don't know if you saw anything. You felt it, but like it was just the air. It just makes the air like taste like it. Yeah, it's super cool, man.
Sounds pretty cool.
How many more news articles we got here to go through? Like one or two?
I think we got 1, 2, 3.
3?
Yep, maybe 3.
All right, sweet. Let's. What we just kind of went with a crazier one. Let's go with a little more serious of a topic. We got any serious topics on there?
We've got the Codex Sassoon, 1,100-year-old Hebrew Bible, sells for 30 million euros at auction and heads to Israel.
Jesus Christ! Imagine having so much money that you can buy an old Bible, like 1,100-year-old Bible.
The price of the handwritten parchment volume, one of the world's oldest surviving biblical manuscripts, outstrips the 31 million euro Bill Gates paid for Leonardo da Vinci's Codex Leicester in 1994, while a rare copy of the U.S. Constitution went for 34 million euros 2 years ago. So, how does it strip Bill Gates if Bill Gates paid 31 million euros and this sold for 30 million?
I think it means it's like just underneath it.
Well, they made it deceiving.
They did make it deceiving. That's a weird way to word that. But it says it's thought to be 1,100 years old.
Yeah, it says $38 million, which would equate to
Maybe-
30 million euros.
Maybe that's why it's more, because like the like currency exchange is higher. You know what I'm
Maybe.
saying? Like now,
And it's so close.
like the euro is worth more dollars
Yeah.
now. That's probably why.
It says it's a leather-bound, handwritten parchment volume. Was bought by Alfred H. Moses, a former U.S. ambassador to Romania, in New York on Wednesday.
Of course, he was an U.S. ambassador.
It looks pretty cool. It looks old. It definitely looks old.
I mean, dude, touching it probably feels crazy.
Yeah, that guy doesn't even have on gloves.
I mean, he's ruining it.
Yeah. Mr. Moses, who was representing the American Friends of ANU, donated it to the ANU Museum of the Jewish People in Tel Aviv. Auctioneer Sotheby's said in a statement.
So he was representing these people and then donated it to the people who was representing. That doesn't sound like a donation to me.
So actually, maybe it's not ANU. They had it all capitalized like it was a university. But it actually says ANU means we in Hebrew, according to the organization's website. The Bible, which was displayed at the museum in March as part of a worldwide tour, will join the collection there.
Bro, can you imagine having so much money that you could just buy that? Like, that's insane. Like, and then he just donates it away.
That is pretty crazy. There was that U.S. Constitution went for $43 million.
That's just crazy. Like, these documents, like, and the thing is, too, and these things won't even be around in the future. Like, paper deteriorates, you know? Like, these things are going to be gone even if you try to preserve them.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's not science. I'm not knocking anybody, but it's not science. So
Yeah, but, like,
when-
here's the
when
deal
things
about the Bible.
disappear-
The Bible, like, even if it's not science, like you said, like, you can say this statement, and this statement is true. The Bible is either the oldest account of nonfiction, meaning it's true, in the world, or it is the oldest account of fiction in the world, which is true. It is the oldest account of one of those two things. So by saying it's the oldest account of either of the two is a true statement, and it means that it has a really important place in our culture's history of writing, at the very least.
I would agree with that.
Does that make sense? And I'm not going to sit here and, like, because you know I'm not religious like that. So I'm not going to sit here and say, go buy a Bible and study it and take the exact word of it. But it's still, like you said, it's not science. It's like science. I don't know what the oldest account of science book is, man.
I heard a quote. I can't remember who it was from, but he said something along the lines of, "If you got rid of every textbook, every science book, every Bible, every religious book, every book, the religious books, sure, they would come back, but they wouldn't be the same. They wouldn't be identical to the Bibles before them if all of the information was destroyed. The science books would all come back the exact same as they were." Right?
Well,
So that's the only difference that I see there. But are they important to our culture? Of course they are. I mean, there's been thousands of years. People died for these books.
That's pretty crazy to think
Yeah.
about. Yeah, that's crazy. Dang, man. What is so I'm curious, what's the highest selling document ever, like, in the world?
We can figure that out.
Yeah. Most valuable scientific documents of all time. Yeah, but we want to go by price, bro. That's what we want.
That's where we're at, right?
No, this is saying valuable to our culture.
Oh. I mean, it sounds like that one's probably it.
We just found it? Damn.
I mean, you want the ones that come up are the articles from this one's 13 hours ago. It's about that book. They're all about the Hebrew Bibles.
Dang,
Somebody
bro.
paid $30.8 million, which is what this is.
Okay, well, wow. All right.
The Magna Carta fetches $21.3 million, which doesn't even touch
That was a while ago. That says 2007.
Well, that's only a 710-year-old copy. The other one, we're talking 1,100. We're talking 4 digits.
Wow.
4 digits.
You ever hear about that book that was sounding like Harvard that was like bound with a person's skin? It was like old and donated to like the Harvard Library in the like mid to late 1800s or early
I
1800s.
don't know, but that sounds brutal.
It was super brutal, bro. Like I
Whose skin do we know? Did he get?
did
did he get like a cameo in the back of the book?
Yeah, he did because it was actually somebody's autobiography, like someone's like Grant or
It was his own skin.
it was. So
Did they take it from like his butt or something?
Well,
He stayed alive.
I don't know, bro. But the point is at that time, I guess in the early 1800s, that was a common practice to like save a loved one's skin and bind books with it and like keep it for a long time. Isn't that crazy? And that book was just sitting in the back of like Harvard's library and nobody knew. I saw this.
Think about how much farther our society could have advanced if we weren't focused on saving skin, saving our relatives' skin. Weird shit like that, right? We'd be so much farther.
You know why they did that,
AI
though,
would have
right?
already destroyed us.
You know why they did that, right? It's because they were like, oh, we can literally make like clothes and stuff from these buffalo skins. So like we could at least make books from
That's awful. That's like, I mean, it's not cannibalism, but it's like borderline cannibalism.
1800s practices, man. They also married their cousins. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just saying it's what they
Hey,
did.
some countries they do that still. I'm not,
Yeah, genetically that's not good.
no, genetically it's clearly not good. But
So, do we have any more articles? You said we have 2 more,
I
right?
believe there's 2 more.
I remember one of them we were talking about.
Which one was that?
It was the one I want to finish with, which was the cool one.
So it's probably not this one because
This one's silly.
not very
This
cool.
one's silly, bro. This one's silly.
This one is the Battle of Kyle and Ivan. How a city in Texas is aiming to claim a world record for gathering the most number of Kyles.
So wait. They're gonna get the most number of Kyles. Like Monster Energy drink is gonna fucking go crazy, and there's not gonna be any drywall for a mile around safe.
Nowhere nearby. The Texas city of Kyle is hoping to bring together more than 2,325 Kyles to clinch the Guinness World Record from Ivans, who set it back in 2017.
In Texas, so they all have guns too.
A city named Kyle, blah, blah, blah. That's exactly what I said. The Texas city is hoping to bring together thousands of people with the first name Kyle in order to clinch the Guinness World Record for the largest gathering of people with the same name.
Seems kind of basic, but I mean, like, why does it have to be Kyle's?
Because Ivan already did it.
And how many
A total
Ivans?
of 2,325 Ivans gathered in the Bosnian town of Kapreski Koski. I think I did okay.
Bro, I'm not. I would have butchered that. Like,
I
I'm
think I
so
did
glad
all
you're
right.
getting all the hard names, bro.
Yeah, I think I did all right on that. In 2017 to claim the crown.
So that was recent.
Yeah. I mean, what, 6 years ago now?
That's okay, recent-ish.
Yeah. However, the city of Kyle will be hoping to attract an even bigger turnout for the Great Gathering of Kyles,
Oh man,
which
that
will
sounds
take
like a Juggalo
place
thing.
during its annual Kyle Fair later this month.
Uh,
I feel a couple Kyle puns coming on here. Issuing call of the Kyles on the city's Facebook page, a spokesperson wrote, "In order to have a chance at breaking this record, we need Kyles from near and far to take part. We need tall Kyles, short Kyles, young Kyles, and old Kyles."
Oh man, I thought you were about to fucking give me a Dr. Seuss Kyle breakdown there.
We were getting close. It was borderline. It's the 4th time the city of Kyle has attempted to break
Oh,
the
they're not
record.
gonna do it. They're not gonna do it.
Yeah, there's a lot of rules, too.
Like what rules? Why would there be rules if you're trying to break a record?
Well, because to be qualified for the Guinness Book of World Records, it has to be your first name. It can't be your middle name or your last name. It has to be spelled Kyle. It can't be spelled any other way. So
What other way is there to spell Kyle?
I think there's weird ways.
Oh, it says Kyler, Kyle, I-E-L, or Kylie are not acceptable. Kylie is not a Kyle. And Kyler is not a Kyle either, unless you get rid of
We
the R.
worked with somebody who had a weird spelled Kyle name, right?
No, what?
Yeah, remember Eric's brother?
Oh, yeah. I don't even remember how that was spelled.
Yeah.
Oh, God, dude. Yeah, he can't go.
Yeah, he couldn't go. I can't remember how he spelled it, but it
It's
made
not that
sense. When you read it, you knew it was Kyle.
Yeah, but it was like if someone from Krypton named their kid Kyle. It was like Kyle.
Yeah, it was definitely Joe Dierte-esque.
Yeah, bro.
Kyles of all ages are able to participate, so they don't discriminate on Kyles. The event has even gained the support of an 11,000 strong community of Kyles on Reddit,
Oh, okay, so they might do it.
a place for Kyles and Kyle enthusiasts.
Kyle enthusiasts are not a thing.
If you are an enthusiast about your own name, you're an egotistical fuck.
Those are Kyles that don't have last names for sure.
Oh, guess who's the organizer? Guess who organizes this whole... Oh, you get a free T-shirt. Some other goodies, and they're serenaded by one of their own, Kyle Daniel.
Kyle Daniel. Ooh, he's you. It's you. Are you sneaking in there to serenade some people?
I would love to. I would love to serenade the Kyle.
I want a gathering of Andrews. No.
So if there's 10,000 people in this community, and they only need 2,400, not even everybody has to show up.
Yeah, but there's not 10,000 Kyles.
In the community, in the Kyle lovers, I would imagine.
It's
I'm not a lover of somebody else's name.
The 11,000 that online.
Yeah,
community. Yeah. You're right. Okay, so yeah, no, they do definitely need to do that.
They should crush this.
If they all show up, but you don't know, like, how many times do you like something online and then you're like, I'm going to stay home and chill?
I mean, if it was for a great cause like this, you know, like a solid T-shirt.
I mean, clearly Kyles are Kyle enthusiasts as well, so, like, I'm assuming to them it seems like a great cause, so you're probably right.
This would be like the Tour de France for freaking a bicyclist. For any Kyle. Any Kyle should love this.
I'm sure they will. So let's move on to our last one.
Last one. What do we got? Philadelphia restaurant sets gold standard with $700 burger.
A $700 burger, yo. That's fucking nuts.
You want to read this one?
Heck yeah, I do. Apparently, it's kind of fun. So this one starts with a question. It says, what's covered in gold? Costs $700, weighs 8 ounces. Oh my god, only 8 ounces. And it's edible in Philadelphia. A hamburger is the answer. Apparently, it comes from Drury Beer Garden in Philly. It's not a cheesesteak, it's a burger. A very, very expensive burger.
Why is it so expensive?
Apparently, they say
it's covered in gold.
Apparently, they say it's the gold standard. So scroll down a little
so
bit
it's
here.
real
for me.
gold?
Yeah, it says for $700 you can get the gold standard. That's a Wagyu burger. All right, so they already imported it from Japan with caviar, which
That's
costs...
just delicious, though. But not the caviar, the Wagyu.
The caviar is still expensive. It's got fresh black truffle, which... Have you ever seen how much a truffle mushroom costs, bro?
No,
like,
but I love truffle butter fries.
Truffle mushroom, like a full straight up fresh mushroom. It's like $1,100 or $800 or somewhere between like an absurd amount. It also has lobster flambéed with cognac, topped with aged Irish cheddar and drizzled with honey. The honey in the aged Irish cheddar is just like extra awesome on the top.
I mean, you can keep the caviar, and I would like to try it.
Go down a little
I
bit
don't
more.
know
Here.
if I want to eat the gold though. I see the gold.
Well, you get fries, thank God, because you're gonna need some side, and
It looks like a spaceship.
you also get a 1 ounce pour of Louis XIII cognac. So that's a $5,000 bottle. So that's a decent amount. Right
Have
there.
you ever had Louis XIII?
I've had cognac, not Louis XIII.
Okay, so let me tell you, I've never had Louis XIII, but I imagine a 1 ounce pour isn't going to get you drunk.
I'm gonna say you're right.
So you're drinking just for the flavor when you're drinking that, right? If you just want a 1 ounce pour.
It's for the experience. I'd say to tell people you did it, right?
To be bougie.
Yeah, that's what this is all about. That's this entire article. The head chef here says, we are excited to provide our guests with some amazing, creative, and tasty options with our new menu concept. He did say, however, that nothing of the gratuity that would come from the tab is included on the sandwich, though a 20% gratuity is added onto parties of 6 or more. So you spend $700 for this sandwich, and it doesn't even include the tip.
Dude, what is a tip? What is 20% on that? I can't even remember anymore.
Well,
$140.
20%, way more than that, wouldn't it?
No, because 10% would be 70, so double that for 20, and that's $140.
Yeah, so I'm bad at math. You're 100% correct. Still, $140 just for the sandwich, and that's no other drink. You're not going to just sip on that 1 ounce Louis XIII.
No, there's no way.
You're going to get other stuff.
I mean, I don't know what eating gold is like, but I imagine it's going to dry. It looks like
Do you?
aluminum foil.
It does. Have you seen? Do you remember Salt Bay?
No, never heard of it.
Salt Bay was that guy. He had like
Oh
these
yeah, he
memes
did that
with the
little
salt thing.
hand thing. Yeah, yeah.
So he's got this restaurant, and I follow this other dude who makes meats, and
he touched the World Cup. That was a big deal.
yeah, well he went over to Salt Bay's restaurant, had a steak that's covered in gold flakes, and it's like $3,000 for this steak, bro. It literally is just gold flakes, like food grade gold. That's it.
What does gold do for you?
It does nothing. It does nothing other than no. There's nothing. You're eating metal, bro. Like gold flakes is metal. Like it's doing nothing. It's maybe fibrous because it's.
I
clean
feel
you
like if
out.
I ordered that sandwich, I would unwrap it. You know, I'd just pull that gold aluminum foil right off the
The
top.
thing that busts my nuts the
And
most
throw
is
it in the
that
trash.
I got a tip
Or
after
pawn it.
that sandwich. I got a tip after I buy it.
You're not getting 20%.
Nah, dude. If I'm just getting that sandwich and you're happy with $80 still, you better be.
Yeah.
I'm there for 20 minutes, bro.
Exactly. I'm not going to stiff you. I'm a great tipper, but that's absurd.
$840 for just the sandwich and the 1 ounce pour, and like, how much are you gonna charge me for a water?
You better not be charging me for labor.
They're definitely charging you for water.
Yeah, they're probably charging for water.
100%. All right. Seems like pretty much all we got as far as the news goes, right?
Well, that actually reminds me of this cheese. Have you heard of this cheese? It's kind of like, I think it costs like $100 an ounce. It's called,
$100 an ounce for this cheese.
yeah, it's called Casu Marzu. Hold on. I think I might be butchering that.
So what? It's like an aged cheddar.
No, dude, it's way better than Casu Marzu. It's actually referred also to as maggot cheese. And it
Shut
has
the
a lot
fuck
of
up.
maggots in it.
Why do you say it's good? Ew.
I
Are they
didn't
grinding?
say it's
Is
good.
that maggot paste
Maggot paste?
in the middle? Did they grind up the maggots into a paste?
No, they're alive. Look.
Why is it a good? Why is
Oh,
that?
it's disgusting. I don't even want to look at it.
Why is that a good thing?
It's not. I think it's illegal in some places. $100 per pound.
That's disgusting, bro. You want to hear
It's
about
the
some-
most dangerous cheese in the world.
Why? Why is it dangerous? Click that most amazing facts. I want to know. Maggot cheese, gross, dog.
Yeah.
Rotting is not always a bad thing. Get the fuck out of here.
There's no exact record. The Sardinians have made Casu Marzu for longer than anyone can remember.
The Sardinians are nuts.
Actually, it is such a simple thing, a natural process, that it must have surely just happened. An ancient shepherd found out that a wheel of cheese, which has gone bad and was swarming with maggots, was delicious.
No.
That's what it says.
Nope.
What started as an incident became technology.
Nope.
Here's what happens.
Ugh, gross.
Decay of organic matter is a part of life.
We know that.
But in the case of food, it is usually associated with foul smells and health hazards. When it comes to pecorino, a bit of magic takes place. The enzymes of Theophila casei, the tiny black cheese fly, have the power to break down the fats in the cheese paste. The flies are attracted by strong smells of curing pecorino. They lay their eggs in it. The farmers make it easier for them by cutting holes in the upper crust of cheese wheels and even soften it with a little olive oil. After some time, tiny translucent white larvae hatch and start gorging on cheese.
Gross.
Ready for one more yuck factor?
Nope.
The yummy, creamy, tasty Casu Marzu is what the maggots have pooped.
Nope. All right, I'm done with this. I'm done with this 100%. You know what this reminds me of? You just talked about cheese that's pooped. You ever heard of that coffee?
The next one talks about the texture, which is soft, creamy product, more liquid than solid.
Oh, come on, bro. Like cream cheese. Gross.
I think that's. I'm done with that one too.
But that reminds me of. Have you heard of those coffee beans?
No.
So it's coffee beans that it's like out of Brazil or somewhere. It's like these lemurs eat these coffee beans. They don't digest them. They poop them out, and they come out looking like payday bars, bro. Like, look it up. Look it up, man. Bless you. And again.
Thank you. Kopi Luwak.
Yep, that's it. 100%. It looks like a weird candy bar, right?
I don't know that it's a tasty looking candy bar, but it does look like a candy bar. When they line it up like that on like a freaking.
And that's so the only way that you can get this coupe luwak or whatever it's called is these lemurs have to eat this thing and then they poop it out and then the poop ferments it. Like it ferments like inside their digestion or whatever. That's like, and then like look at
how much is this?
Look at it's way more than that cheese. Look that up. I think I saw something like 20 pounds for $2,500, so that's like $250 a pound. Type in Kope Luwak, however you pronounce that, pound. Price per pound.
$160 per pound.
Oh, okay. So
It's called Civet coffee.
gross.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like something I'd want to try.
Reaches up to $600 for the most expensive types. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, coffee already makes me have
That
to
thing,
use
that
the restroom,
civet or
so
kivet or
I
whatever,
think it's
that's the
already
little
cool.
lemur that eats it.
Yeah,
That's weird.
that's kind
bro.
of gross.
Super gross. I don't know why we're ending our news on gross stuff, but
I didn't choose that.
I mean I didn't either. It just kind of happened.
Yeah,
I mean
It was
we
the last
technically
article.
we technically chose everything. We didn't know it was going to end like that, but so let's go to the next part. I mean, let's just do a little talk about what we want to do next weekend or what we're excited for, and then thank everybody
Well,
for
what are
listening.
you excited for? What do you got going on next weekend? Any plans?
Honestly, man, I think because Blaze has been doing a lot better. Blaze is my dog, by the way, for all you people listening that don't know. I don't have any kids or anything. But she's been doing a lot better and a lot healthier. I've been walking a lot more, man. So I think I can take her out to actual parks. So we might go either to the beach or go to Mayaca or something. That's probably what I'm gonna do.
So when you take her to Mayaca, you let her walk without a leash?
No, not there. Just because there's alligators and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
They'll eat her, and I'm not down with that.
Yeah,
I'm smarter than
but
that.
she's not really the type of dog that's gonna go jump in the water.
No, but she's curious and could let us smell like.
Is she that curious? Not when I'm around.
No, she doesn't like you too much, but it's okay. But yeah, man.
Not all dogs are great judges of character.
Other than that, I don't know. Is the NBA Finals next weekend? I'm sure I'll watch if it is. I'm not super into the NBA.
Yeah,
Like
I think it should be unless these series were to drag on. But I don't think these series are going to. I think Miami is gonna lock it up, and I think actually the other game happened right now. I don't know if Denver won or not, but that game was actually happening as we were recording this.
well, we'll have to see, I guess. So, what about you, man? What are you looking forward to for the weekend? Anything crazy cool?
Man,
Just ready to relax.
yeah, probably. I think I actually might be working. I think I gotta work through the weekend, so we'll probably just hang out, play some video games, and see if we can't catch anything new on TV. I don't know if there's anything new releasing, but I'll give you a
you'll have
411.
to finally have to check out that Ant-Man and the Wasp, that Quantumania.
Yeah, when did that come out? That just came out on that, right?
It just came out on that.
So I'm not too
streaming
far
platform.
behind.
Yeah, no, you're not too far behind at all.
I did see the Guardians of the Galaxy. That was like 2 weekends ago.
I know,
but
I'm jealous. I haven't
It
seen
was the
yet.
day it came out.
Actually, Ed at work, not the guy who owns it, obviously, but the dude with the dreadlocks. He actually pulled his dreadlocks out, by the way, but it doesn't really matter.
Cut him or like
No, he
pull 'em?
pulled them out. He said they were
So he's
coming out,
got
so he pulled
really
them out.
long hair now.
No, it's like kind of like this long.
Oh, really? It's not that long?
It's like
Dreads
medium,
don't make
it's
your
like
hair
medium
longer?
length. Well, he pulled them out, so like the dreads came out, like the dreads were gone. You know what I'm saying?
So he cut them out.
No, he just pulled them out
Why would you just pull them?
because he's crazy, bro. But that's like not the point of the story.
Do normal people pull them out?
I
That
think,
should be the point of the story.
I think, I think hardcore people do.
Yeah, that dude is hardcore. That
Yeah.
dude is like
Well, he also
the
told
most
me,
interesting man. in
He
the
also
world.
told me he was disappointed in me because I hadn't seen Guardians of the Galaxy yet. Someone started to talk
I'm
about it.
disappointed in you.
Somebody started talking about it
I'm
at work.
actually very, very pleased with him.
I
I don't think he's ever disappointed me.
walked away because like people were talking about it, and he was like, "What? You haven't seen it yet?" He's like, "I'm just disappointed in you. Drew. You're the guy. You're supposed to be the guy about that." And I'm like,
Yeah, someone needs to ride you.
"All right, man. Well, whatever." Anyway, so like that. I think that's gonna be our show, man. I think we're done. Unless you got anything else you want to talk about.
I don't think I have anything else to add on to that. I think we touched base on everything we wanted to.
I think tonight was good. We kind of stuttered a couple times, kind of had a couple hiccups, but it was fine. It was fine.
Decent first one.
Decent first one. Well, guys, again, this is your host Drew,
And Daniel,
and thanks for listening. If you guys liked it, share it with whoever you want, and come back. We're going to be doing them every Monday, or next week. Hopefully, we're going to actually put it out on Monday around 9:30 or 10:30. So we're going to push for that, but stand with us. So again. This has been the Weekend Rundown with Daniel and Drew. Messed that one up. He hates being called that.
don't be calling me Dan now.
Don't call him Dan, guys. But tune in next weekend. Same stuff, different craziness.
Thanks.